Good morning, everyone. Excuse me. Time is 7:37 a.m. This is Monday, August 25th, 2025. Anyway, I'm just in the breakfast buffet this morning. I'm about to go and eat my breakfast and stuff and everything. So we're already in Ocean Cay already though. So far. And I'm about to dig in. So I'm gonna show you when I'm eating. Ocean Cay already. So this is our first stop for today. Good morning. I'm in Ocean Cay now. Like I said, this is like my third time here. So overall, but other than that, I'm gonna come out here and chill for the whole day. So I already got shots of this island before, so I'm gonna just get a piece of it. So I'm gonna go to my usual spot to sit down for the day. So just wanted to show you. I still figured I'd bring this camera out anyway. So I hope we all enjoy. Go ahead.
MSC. Hello, welcome.
Nice to meet y'all, guys.
Yeah, man.
This is the staff here. This is the staff here. They on the ship with us too, though. Nice to meet y'all, cats. this isn't Ocean K. I'm back on board the boat, so I'm back on board the ship and all that. But anyway, though, one thing I just experienced, um, besides the other cruise ships, one thing I just experienced on this particular ship, um, boarding back on the ship, I gotta think it's kind of hectic because going through security, because they make it it just seems like it's complicated and stuff. I had no problem going through it, but they just make it complicated and stuff and everything because one, you got so many people and stuff like that, and the way that they set it up is kind of like crazy and stuff like that because it's pretty tight and stuff in there. So so they make you go on the line and you like this with the space and stuff like that. But anyway, one thing I will say is, so after I passed through security, they wanted you to go on the one elevator. So I'll tell the person I'll take the stairs. So one thing with me, I know with me, and I kept on low. I just went on one floor, and I just took the next elevator up because I'm on deck 14, so I'm not on the lower deck, so I'm on deck 14 in my room, so that's what I did, and I didn't have to wait long at all because the way these elevators are set on this ship is it got all these crazy features and stuff like that, and all that, and then sometimes you waiting like 20 minutes and stuff for the elevator. So, but it is what it is. So like I say, each MSC cruise ship is different. So as far as I know, that's just what I did. So and everything. So once you know your ins and outs of the ship and stuff like that, that's my thing with me because, and even though I'm on this cruise, but the way that's set up, and it's hot, and I get claustrophobic real quick. So that's another reason. Like I do what I have to do. So just to try to avoid, just to try to avoid any confrontation. So, but other than that, it's all good. Like I said, I'm back on the boat, and I'm going to refresh up, and I'm going to take a fire for a little bit, and then I'm gonna go back on the deck. I'm gonna go back around the ship and stuff, and eat and everything like that, and then I'm gonna have some more drinks. So, all right, just wanted to make that point across. So, peace.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, try to share.
Yeah, so we have some drinks.
Try to split it instead of both having it.
Yeah,
There's a lot of cheating.
yeah.
Enjoy your starter.
Yeah, you have to have that one and done fight. You got to know that spot to hit that guy so he don't get up. And nobody else hits you back.
Just give me a moment, okay?
Good evening, everyone. I hope you enjoy Ocean K and everything like that. So, anyway, I'm getting on here now because of the time is 6:45 p.m. So I'm getting on here now, and I'm gonna call it an evening for the videos and stuff because one, I gotta charge both of my cameras, my GoPro and my regular camera. So I'm giving it a rest, and I'm also going to go enjoy the rest of the evening, sit down and everything. So I was just at the specialty diner, and that food was good, so I had my food already. So I'll probably go eat some more in a little bit, like snacks and everything if I get hungry. and all that. And then I'm definitely gonna drink. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of the evening drinking too, though. So when I'm on this cruise, the ship is due out of Ocean Cay at 8 o'clock p.m. So we will be departing out of here at 8 o'clock p.m. for tomorrow. Our next stop is Nassau, Bahamas. So that's our next stop tomorrow morning. So other than that, holla, peace.